Hey gang, welcome to Yoga with Maria. I'm Maria and today we're practicing fish pose. Fish pose is a back bend and it can be quite a lot on the neck and the top of the head. So it's important to practice this one with care and your breath. So before we jump in, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any new videos, and then grab a space on the floor, maybe your mat if you have one. If you have 2 blocks, that would be great. If you don't stress. Let's get into it. Okay friends, so if you don't have 2 blocks, have a blanket for fish pose instead. And I'll teach you how to fold it appropriately in a moment. We talked about it before, fish is a back bend. It can be quite intense. So we are gonna warm up a little at the beginning of this video. A couple of other things to be aware. So it can be pretty intense on the neck. So again, if you have tension or any neck pain, I'd recommend taking this very easy, or we'll talk through some of them like less intense modifications. Really recommend you taking those. So yoga is not designed to hurt us or to put us into like massive strain, but just like any other movement modality, it's possible to get hurt doing this. So please be safe. I certainly am not here or want to in any way hurt you. So proceed with caution. The other thing is, if you have long hair, which I do, so I can speak from experience, if you like to wear your hair in a bun on the top of your head for yoga, or just like a high pony, that will cause some problems once we come to fish pose. So I recommend a low pony, or just like let it fly free, you know, like be a mermaid while we do this. You know, it's fish pose, it works. Okay, so come to hands and knees to start. 90-degree angles in the body, shoulders stack over the wrist, hips stack over the knees. We're just gonna start with some cat-cows. So breathe and arch the back, belly drops, chest reaches forward through the shoulders, gaze goes forward and up. Exhale, press into the hands around the spine, let the head be heavy, neck gets long, cat pose. I don't know why I always get these mixed up. I mean, the amount of cat-cows I've done in my whole life is a lot. Breathe in, belly drops, chest lifts, cow pose. Breathe out, press the hands round the spine for cat. Breathe in, one more. Use the breath, inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Good, come to neutral. Hands walk forward, tuck the toes, hips lift. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out the feet if you need. If this is your first down dog of the day, definitely recommend that. Yeah, okay. Good. And then breathe the right leg up. Breathe out, take the knee towards the nose, and then step the foot between the hands. If you need to use the right hand to step the right foot forward, no big deal. Drop the back knee down. From here, you can untuck the toes as well. Inhale, hook thumbs. Reach up, arch back. You don't have to hook the thumbs, just reach the arms up. Low belly pulls in. Keep pressing the hips forward, chest lifts. Find a little back bend in this Anjaneyasana. For 1, keep breathing. Power down through the feet, the top of the left foot, the sole of the right foot, so that you can lift up out of this. 2, 3. Hands come back to the mat. Tuck the left toes, pick up the left knee. Inhale, down dog split. Right leg sweeps up and back. Breathe out, just bend the knee, open the hip. Take a breath in and out. And then straighten out the leg, square the hip, bring the leg down. You're back in down dog. Taking the other side, breathe in, left leg lifts. Breathe out, take the knee towards the nose, and then step the foot between the hands. Drop the right knee down to the mat, untuck the right toes. Engage your core and then lift yourself up, arms reach up. Low belly pulls in so the chest can lift. Keep pressing the hips forward, gaze goes up, so a little lift of the chin. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. One more, breathe in. Breathe out, hands come to the mat, tuck the right toes, pick up the right knee. Inhale, down dog split, left leg sweeps up and back. Breathe out, bend the knee, open the hip. Take a breath in, take a breath out. And then straighten out the legs, square the hip, and just bring the foot down. You're back in downward facing dog. From here, breathe in, roll to plank pose. Breathe out, lower all the way to the belly for 3, 2, 1. I'm a sucker for a little strength builder. Untuck the toes, squeeze the legs together. Hands are underneath armpits. Make sure the elbows are pulling back. Breathe in, lift the head and the chest for cobra pose. Really press the feet down into the mat for 1. Low belly presses down, pelvis presses down. 2, 3, stay. 4, use your breath. 5, slowly lower the forehead to the mat. From here, hands reach back by the sides. Interlace the fingers behind you. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, lift the hands up off the bum, lift the feet for Shalabhasana. Think about energy coming out of the crown of your head and your toes. You're thinking more about length and lifting up high. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. That's 4. Stay with it. 5. Slowly lower down, forehead to the mat, and then drop the right cheek. Release the hands down by the sides, and then you can swivel the hips side to side to release the low back. Good. And then take the forehead back to the mat. Bend both knees. Reach the hands back for the outer edge of either foot. Before you come up, bring the inner thighs closer together here. Breathe in, lift the head, the chest, kick the feet into the hands. You're balancing on the fleshy part of the belly. Breathe in, pull heels in towards one another. Breathe out, this is bow pose. Inhale. Keep looking forward, keep lifting the chest. Exhale, that's 2. 3. 4. 5. Gently release the feet. Left cheek comes to the mat. Arms are by the side. Same thing here. Swivel the hips side to side to release the low back. Nice. Forehead comes back to the mat. Bring the hands underneath the armpits. Just press yourself to hands and knees. Come to sit for a moment. We're gonna set ourselves up. Okay, so for those of you that have any tension or neck pain, I would go with this one. You're gonna grab a blanket. It can be any old blanket from the couch, your bed, whatever. You're gonna fold it. It's gonna be hard to say because everyone has a different kind of blanket, but if you're gonna create a shape like this and go from here, you'll fold that in half. So you've got something like this, and then we're gonna fold that into thirds, and then it depends how broad your shoulders are. You want it to be a little more narrow than your shoulder. So for some of us, it might just be a fold in half like this. For some of us, we might do this in thirds. So you've got a shape kind of like this. And then make sure you put, if your blanket has fringe on one side, make sure you put that toward the top of your mat. So bring this to the center of your mat. It's gonna be long ways, it's gonna go the same way as your mat. And then you're gonna come to sit the base of your hips right at the base of the blanket. Take the legs long. Take the hands to either side, just behind the hips, and roll yourself down onto this blanket. You'll notice here, and then if you have like a pillow or something, or I've got a block, you might support the head as well. You'll notice here, bring the hands by the sides, palms face up. You'll notice here that what we're going for is we want the shoulders to just spill off of the blanket or the bolster type prop that we've created, so that there's this nice pouring down of the shoulders, a nice opening, so the chest is just a little bit lifted. So this is least deep variation of camel pose. Sorry, fish pose. Wow, camel's another back bend. So once again, I'd recommend taking this if you have any tension or holding in the neck. And then to come out of this, you'll just roll over to one side and press yourself up to sit. That might be a nice one to hang out in for a moment. Okay, we're gonna take the blanket to the side and set up another variation if you have blocks available to you. So, we'll go from least intense to more intense. So the least intense version of this, you're gonna take your blocks. One is on the flattest, widest setting, about a third of the way down the mat, and then the next one's on the next highest height, close to the top of your mat. And then you're gonna the back is gonna face these blocks. And you're gonna have to adjust. Basically, this first block is gonna hit women at the bra line, or anyone who wears a bra at the bra line. Or for anyone, really, it's like kind of in line with the nipple line, if you had nipples on your back. So lean back, set yourself up so that the front edge of the block is kind of at that bra line or nipple line. And then the head will come to rest on the other block. Legs come long. You might have to adjust a bit, even though my hair is set up for full fish pose. It's causing some trouble for this variation. Arms come by the sides, and you'll notice if you did the one with the blanket, this is a little bit more intense. Stay here, or if you want to take this a little bit more intensely, you'll just flip each block to the setting higher than it is. So first block will come to the second setting, back block will come to a higher setting. You could also do this with both blocks on the same setting. We're gonna do it like this for now. Same thing here, hold on to the block as you find the appropriate spot on your back, legs come long, and then the head reaches back for your higher block, arms come by the sides. It's quite nice with the support. You could stay here up to 10 breaths, I'd say. And the same way to get out of this, you'll press down into the forearms, so lift yourself up a bit and then roll to one side to sit yourself up. Okay, move the blocks. If you're coming along with me, it might be nice just to stay in either 3 of those variations. If you're coming along with me to full variation of fish pose without the support of the blocks, you'll come to lie down on your back. The legs are gonna squeeze together and the arms are gonna come by the sides. So we need to activate the forearm part of our arm. So it's this and the palm and the forearm, okay? So you're gonna press down into the forearms and really think about pressing down into the elbows, because ultimately you're gonna press down into the forearms and the elbows so much so that the chest starts to puff up. And then the chest is gonna puff up so much so that the head will fall back and you'll land on the crown of the head. So you'll see here, if you wear the high bun or a high pony, it would be in the way. So you're pressing down just so the hips and the butt are down, just the chest arches up and back, crown of the head rests on the mat. And you're really open here in the throat. Keep pressing down into the forearms and the palms of the hands. The elbows and the shoulders curl open. Keep squeezing the legs together, legs press down into the mat. Take one more breath in and out. To come out of this, you've got to press down equally down into the forearms so that you can lightly float the head, tuck the chin, and then you'll slowly lower down. It does take a little bit of abdomen work. And then you can let the feet splay out. I like to take my palms up once again, and we'll just lay flat for a moment here. Take a few breaths. Allow the body to feel the effects of the posture. Just notice how the breath moves in the body. Notice your energy level now and in the next hour from now. When you're ready, you can bring the soles of the feet to the mat, let the knees fall to one side and press yourself up. You can stay laying in that Shavasana for as long as you need. I'm gonna sign off from here. Thank you so much for joining me for fish pose. Namaste, yogis. It's great to have more than one chest opener or heart opener in your backbending arsenal. So check out my video for bridge pose. It's just 12 minutes. It's also a backbend and it's a little less intense than fish pose. So check this one out. Let me know how it goes.